Hello there, lovely people. Jonathan here. Just a quick moment to say hello and basically explain the next few weeks. Many of you will know I am heading to America. I've just finished packing my suitcase. I'll be shortly, tomorrow, I'll be on my way to London. I'll be staying with my sister-in-law in the centre of London, ready to get up early to head off to America. And I'm super excited about the Joy of Painting Masterclass. Just about all of the tickets have sold out. We have one or two at the back end of, so in a couple of weeks' time, we have one or two tickets left. So I'm gonna shout out, this is with Brisante Gifts on the 21st and 22nd of February in Massachusetts. So if anybody is nearby or wants to hop on a plane in 2 weeks' time to come and see me at Brisante Gifts, I will be there. So I think there's 2 tickets left and Colleen is more than happy to add on after that as well. So she'll go up to 15. I think there's 10 tickets sold, 2 left. There was 12 places. I think she's happy to go up to 15 people. So if you fancy coming to see me and the Joy of Painting Masterclass, then that is happening. All of the other stockists have sold out now, but there is still some seats left on the 21st and the 22nd. It's at the back end of my tour. So that is one thing. The other thing that I just wanted to jump in and say hi and thank you for all of the support over the last 2 tutorials, the hanging basket. It flew. Who would believe that a kitchen bowl would do so well on YouTube, decorated to look like terracotta? It's absolutely flying on my channel, so I'm really happy about that. And of course, the simple finish on the little sideboard, that is doing super well as well. I'm really happy about that because they're 2 styles that are definitely something that I really love for my home. As for the next few weeks, obviously I cannot get in my studio to film anything. So I've got no pre-filmed footage to share with you, but I'm aware that that is going to be quite a long time before you guys see me because I'm traveling. I may post something about my travels on here so you can kind of see what happens when I go on my little tours. So I may do that. The other thing that I have done, there is a tutorial this evening. If you're in the UK, it's this evening. If you're just waking up, sort of lunchtime, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7:30, as you all know, British summertime, I have a tutorial, but it's one that many of you have enjoyed watching over the years. It's just a revisited look with my new commentary over the top. The reason I brought this particular one back, it was a very firm favourite on my channel. And for whatever reason, I've had some sound issues on there. Well, I do know the reasons. It's to do with monetization of YouTube. These videos was not filmed by me. The technical guy put some music on there, which was the little jingle that run all the way through the video, and it was claimed by somebody else. So the music was claimed by somebody else, so it was demonetized. So YouTube gives you an option to chop out the piece of music and replace it with something else, or just mute that area. But because this jingle runs, and it's quite annoying actually, the little jingle that runs all the way through that tutorial, or several tutorials, there's quite a few of them. It's basically, when I take the sound away, it takes all of the sound out of those videos, which is a dying shame because they was doing super well and now they're not being monetized. I think there's a way of going back and adding the sound back, which I'm going to probably try and do. They're not going to come off because I've had so many views. But ultimately, I've decided to just go back in and take all of the sound out and just take a fresh pair of eyes. I've also cut them up a little bit because I think they're relatively, back in the day, they were quite long videos, and I've decided just to make them a little bit shorter and straight to the point, all of the useful information and a little bit more, because I've learnt along the way on many of these projects that I've repeated myself over the time. I've got more knowledge on the overall. I suppose when I started 10 years ago, but these were filmed about 6 or 7 years ago, I suppose ultimately even I was a beginner, so I was learning on my feet, whereas now I feel much more comfortable with all of the things that I've taught over the years. So I'm really hoping that you guys still don't just pass them by and jump into the premiere and even rewatch them. It might be a while since you've actually watched one or two of those videos, and it may just trigger something that you think, I'm going to do that. So sometimes revisiting something that was quite a while ago that you've already absorbed may kind of bring something to the surface. So that's one good thing. And the other reason why I'm doing that is because of my travels. I will be in airports, on planes, I will be in hotels, I'll be all over the place, but I'll have some downtime, and I've got all of that content with me. So it makes sense that I just re-edit and re-voice over. It's quite funny actually, guys. So me and Mr. M, the first two that I've done, we have laughed so much because, as you know, I am an expressive kind of talk with my hands. I think that helps lots of people when it comes to learning. I think people are visual learners. And so all of those actions and then taking my voice away, and then I've completely not researched what I did at the time. Obviously, I'm going from what I know. I've voice-overed a lot of this footage, and my hand movements and my mouth seems to go with the actions in the video. It's pretty much like a very bad dubbed video. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so the videos that you're going to see, if anything, you may get a giggle from them because you know that my voice is definitely not happening from the footage, but all of my actions seem to go with the actual, the voice and the action seem to marry up pretty well, which is quite funny. I find it quite hilarious. I could definitely go into voiceovers for movies, I think, as well as being a weatherman, because I tend to talk about things that are behind me, which is quite funny. So yes, first up, you may have seen the post, fabric decoupage. I have used this many times in my career of furniture renovating. I've used it on quite a few projects, and it is absolutely sublime. You can get so many wonderful patterns on fabric, and of course it can be so much cheaper than some of the lovely materials that we get to use in this industry. Fabric you can find old bedding, curtains, and thrift shop finds, many other things. So, and patterns on fabric tend to be a bigger pattern match, so you can end up with quite something that's bold and fantastic. So check out that tutorial later on today or this evening if you're in the UK, and just see what you think. Even if you've watched it, just come for the laughs. Me and Mr. M will be laughing all the way through it. Again, the quality of that video, because it's been edited twice, is not as crisp as usual, but all of the detail is still there. You will get something from it. The next one I've done for the following week is vintage faded florals. That's what it was billed as before. This is napkin decoupage. Again, a cheaper way of creating wonderful pattern. It probably to date has been my most popular video. I've broken that down a little bit shorter, and you'll all be able to enjoy it with a fresh pair of eyes once again. So that's what's going to happen over the next 3 weeks. I have got one or two fantastic projects that I've got in here ready to go ready to go for filming. It's just getting back into the swing of it after all of that travel. And then I go back to America again. So I've got 2 weeks home, maybe only do a simple project in those 2 weeks. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Oh, and by the way, I caved in with the hair. So I coloured the hair. It was quite grey. I just couldn't cope any longer. And the reason why I did it is we watched the premiere last week on YouTube, and like most, we didn't switch the TV off, and it rolled into another one of my tutorials. And it went from last week's filmed tutorial to one that was filmed in the summer. And for me, it was like looking at somebody that had aged in about 10 years. Probably not to you guys, but for me, looking at myself, I just thought, oh, I cannot cope. I need to get some colour on it. I'm a hairdresser. I've got my hands in colour all day long for most part of the week. If you don't know that, some of you might not know that I still am a practicing hairdresser 3 days a week. And I've got colour all of the time. So to colour my hair and colour my beard is quick for me to do. Just throw it on. So yeah, why I was putting myself through the greyness, there's not enough. I want a little bit more grey to look good. Anyway, I'm talking about a load of rubbish, I'm sure. So, oh, thank you. Thank you, my hair looks fab. I'm losing it, I think. It's kind of receding, but hey ho, that's for another day. I don't think I can fix that with chalk paint, or maybe I could. Anyway, so yeah, just a quick reminder, 21st, 22nd of February, I will be in Massachusetts. There's still 2 tickets left. If anybody's there, that's Prasante gift. If you can't find Prasante on Instagram, then give me a shout in a message on this and I'll try and hook you up if you fancy coming to that. I think there's probably, she's happy to go up to 15, so you know, there could potentially be 5 tickets. There is only 2 left, but maybe 5 if somebody wants to come to the final leg of my tour and get all creative. And if that, you know, if you want something new that's not on here, then I'd love to see you there. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. I will travel safely. It's not my favorite thing. I have 7 flights on this tour, and as a furniture upcycler, it's not something that I'm proud of. My carbon footprint doesn't look that very good. I have to I can't even speak. I have to kind of, in my conscious, I offset that with the amount that I do here and in real life in my classes, because I'm teaching people to save furniture and take it from landfill and recycle lots of different things. So I try and balance out the pros and cons on it. That's why I really love YouTube, because it's accessible to everybody. But needs must, people do want to have a real life lesson, and it's just going to happen. So all of those flights, I don't like it. I really don't like flying. It's a long way to go, but it will be worth it when I get with the wonderful folks that are coming on the Joy of Painting Masterclass. I am not going to ramble on any longer, because you know I do. Be sure to tune in this evening, me and Mr. M. It's our final night together before I jet off. We will be having a giggle at the, I think, pretty good dubbed videos. I think it's good. Let me know in the comments this evening whether you thought the dubbing was good or bad, or it looks like a really bad foreign movie that's had English tape, you know, put over the top. Anyway, that's me. I will see you all very soon. Take care. See you later.